Hey guys, welcome back to Operation Crypto. Been away for a few days, so we've not done much content, but we're straight back with a video on Zilliqa. And we'll have a look at a few things. We'll have a look at what's gone in the past. We do know about that major 300 to 400% rise, which we'll look at the charts in a second. And then we had that pullback, which was pretty much expected. A lot of people saw those profits coming in, but were locked up in staking. So they've managed to unlock the staking, but it takes 2 weeks, something 14 days. So now that's come out, you can see that people have obviously been taking profit, and that has obviously stopped that pump. But we'll have a look at some levels on the charts, and we'll see what exactly has been going on. Firstly, a big shout out to Telegraph Markets Pro, who are the sponsor of this channel. So previous videos and potentially even previous tweets, I will have said, look, this major area of resistance here, which was then support, would be an area to consider buying, and that was around that 786 Fibonacci there at 12.5 cent. We've actually come right below it, and we're currently retesting the EMA 20 on the daily time frame. Usually that happens once you've had such a significant breakout. You would expect to retest those EMAs at some stage, and what I would not do is rule out a retest of an EMA 50. Whenever I'm looking for breakouts, sustained breakouts, you're always looking for also a pullback to retest that breakout, and we've done it on the 20 so far. And it really depends on what the market does over the course of the next week or two. If Bitcoin does continue to shake out and drops down to lower levels, potentially that 40k mark, ultimately altcoins are going to follow it, and that is no exception for Zilliqa. So if you are looking for buys, I would honestly consider looking down toward this EMA 50, and that's around 9 cents. That's a potential area where you could look at targeting. Just get rid of that, and we'll look at this on the bigger picture. If we look at this on in terms of a Fibonacci, so from the start of a move there, we broke out of that 50, pushed our way to the upside. We are currently using, so look at that, that's crazy how these fibs work. We are pretty much on the 618 level, which is at 11.7 cent. And then we are cradling that EMA 20. Personally, I think it really depends on what Bitcoin does. We do know that majority of people who are looking to take profits are probably taking profits now. It is a fair old chunk of a move if you look at it from the bottom there to the top. 500% move from them lows. And then we got a tasty 50% pullback. People will still be taking profits, and staking will be coming unlocked around now, or well, probably the last week up to now. People will be in that profit area, so I think we're going to be struggling to get above this level of resistance here, which we've struggled in the past. It was support, but it wasn't support for long before we got that dump to the downside. If you are looking for buys or accumulation points, because you may have sold your Zilliqa and you're wanting to look at some levels to buy back in, now we'll look down here. Potentially ladder some orders in, so from 11.7 cent all the way down to here at 8.6 cent. I think that is an area where you could consider buying opportunity. So we'll mark that level up there. We'll put a little green. So we'll change it to a red box amount. It gives us a bit of an idea what's going on. So that's for buy zone. We'll have that as a buy zone. So if you're looking to buy some Zilliqa, target that area. A couple of things to note. The RSI, it was well overbought on that daily time frame. We pushed up. We rejected actually on this wick here. We dropped to the downside. We then pushed up here up to that 23 cent region, and then we dropped. A lot of people thought we were going to all-time highs, but we didn't quite make it, did we? I think the all-time highs, yeah, that was it back then, in May 2021. I believe, what's the date of that? That's when it popped. Yeah, so yeah, we did create the all-time highs last year. And that's an area where most people were looking to take profit. Didn't quite make it, did it? We got that pullback prior, and then the price dropped. Moves like that are very unsustainable. If people are expecting it to keep going up and up, and the Zilliqa to $1 crew are knocking about, please take no notice of it, because taking profit is king. What you need to do is gradually take profits out, whether it's 1%, 2%. Just keep skimming profits off. Reduce your exposure on the way up for moves like this. It was expected that we would pull back. I to be honest, thought we were going to pull back from here, which did happen, but then the bulls returned, and bang, straight up to 23 cent. I'm not holding Zilliqa at a minute, but what I might potentially do is if we come back down to this 8.6 cent region, I'll probably buy some. If not, I'm not too worried. I made some good profit in the past. And you can't get married to an asset, can you? If you end up falling in love with an asset, which is very easy to do. I've done it in the past. You can end up missing those TP zones and taking profit is the name of the game here. So that's the buy zones I mentioned there. Sell zone is obviously here. I mean, 13 cent is an area to break through. It's a massive area of resistance in the past. And then a major support level here. Other levels take profit. You can use this 382 level at 16 cent. And then we have 23 cent. I think breaking through 20 cent will be also another area which is a psychological number. 20 cent is an area where people think, right, I'm buying at 10 cent, selling at 100% up at 20 cent. Just drop it a bit short if you're looking to take some profit. Maybe skim it a bit lower, about 19.8, something around that region. So all in all, that's the levels to buy, levels to sell. To be fair, it's a bullish chart. Even though we've had such a severe 50% pullback, we're using the 618 and we're using that EMA 20 in a bullish narrative there. So things aren't too bad. If we manage to flip this level of resistance here back to support, I think we will have a nice steady rise. So we've obviously made break up, down, looks like a knob, and then we're going to start getting a nice push up. Hopefully using this as support a few times before we do break back to the upside, and then it's just a matter of time before all-time high comes, in my opinion. So if you manage to unstake here, and now the price is here, and you bought around here, or even if you bought down here, skim a little bit of profit off, and then wait for the next major move up, because the next major move is not too far away. So that's that covered. I'll just take a look at the BTC pairing, because I know some people like to trade in Satoshis. The BTC pair does look good, but it is not as good as it been in the past. Remember when Bitcoin dominance was crazy high and then it went crazy low? This is what happened. Look at the price it went up to in terms of Satoshis. That were actually in 2018 when Bitcoin hit all-time highs. It died off. That's around the period in May when I think it must have been sharding was the key word, and Zilliqa made some great progress and created some all-time highs. And we was up at 2,500 Satoshis. Currently, we are right down here at 298 Satoshis. I've got some buy levels already marked up. We have not retested EMAs here, so if you're looking for some buys, I'd ladder them in from around 260 Satoshis all the way down to 199, 200 sats. And then honestly, I would even consider down here 120 sats. If Bitcoin goes up and altcoins stay flat, I really think there's a good chance that some altcoins in the BTC pair could get murdered. So if you're looking for buys in terms of Satoshis, just wait out to see if we get any type of bullish movement from Bitcoin. I mean, if alts run and BTC is stagnant, then you're going to see this pumping up, and you think you'll be looking to sell here around 400 sats, and then above that, loads of levels. But I think this is a major level here. Look at that, resistance, and that's up at 670 Satoshis, so could be a decent area to take profit as well. So maybe take profit from 400 up to 670, and then buys from around 260 all the way down to this region down here, about 118. But that's if you're trading in Satoshis. Outside, well overcooked, and we had due a little bit of a pullback. I know we've done a decent pullback, but I would expect it to drop more, to be honest. But that's it. That's my thoughts on Zilliqa today. Videos coming multiple times a day this week, so if you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Join my Telegram, join my Twitter. You'll find all the links in the description. I'll catch you next time.